have the lemon meringue pie, please? I know. I know I was up before, but it's not for me, it's for my mate. He is an extra, I swear. Well, he can't come up and get it himself because he has just sprained his ankle. Don't shove, there's plenty left. An accident report sheet. He only went over on it, it's not life-threatening. No, he doesn't want full dinner, he only wants the sweet. I know, we're only meant to have one helping, but it's not for me. Look, I don't know why the fella can eat a sweet and not his full dinner if he's sick. What, am I a doctor or something? He asked me to come up and get him a helping of lemon meringue pie. Fine. No problem. Jesus Christ. The Spanish Inquisition for a bloody pudding.
They got rice to the extras. The first couple of days, ones were bringing their families down and feeding them too. My mate sprained his ankle. Not very good, was it? Have you Ballycastle men no imagination?
How do you know I'm from Ballycastle?
You were in the pub last night talking to a few of the locals. Small town, word gets around. Hey Quinn, how you doing, Charlie?
Oh, what is this now? The caterer getting on like he was trained by the RUC and you by the special branch. No fear of getting homesick anyway.
How did you wind up here anyway?
Oh, you mean you don't know? What? Was there a breakdown in intelligence?
You're very jumpy.
I have to be, man. I'm on the run. Aslan, get this lot back to work and use a cattle prod if you have to. What about these catering plans?
I'm moving them now, Simon, thank you.
I'm going to get Miss Giovanni from a Winnebago now.
Quiet, everyone. Quiet. Settle. Please finish your lunch quickly before we lose the light. The first shot will be a close-up, reacting to you. We will then turn the camera and have you reacting to Maeve. Remember what you are reacting to. Maeve is telling you she will plead her case to her father. Remember your positions exactly. And those of you who are wearing caps, please put them on.
Was I wearing a cap? I can't remember.
So you're on the run then?
God, keep your voice down.
On the run?
Aye.
On the run from who?
The boys, understand?
Jesus.
Aye.
No messing.
They weren't bad though. They gave me a head start. They said, Charlie, we'll close our eyes and count to 20 and you run like the hammers. I thought it was very decent.
You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. I was only making conversation.
Sorry, mate. It was the lemon meringue pie interrogation that got to me. You know, I am on the run though, sort of. Had a video shop that went bust. Them extra vision bastards. You know, I never heard one person in Ballycastle complain before them cures opened up. If a video was out, the customer would take something else and no problem. The big boys move in and gullible Charlie here thinks, my customers are loyal.
Oh, look out, here she comes. You were in front of me and beside old Mickey and you had your hat on.
Oh, sure it doesn't matter.
Oh, it will surely matter. They will check on Polaroid and see for sure who was wearing what. And you don't want to be getting yourself into trouble with the one with the yoker on her ear. You've got to keep your nose clean, for that one has a gum on her that would turn milk.
Happy now, Mickey?
Oh, it's not me, fella. I'm only warning you. If you don't want to be replaced, you do as you bid, you go where they put you, and you'll be 40 quid the wiser. That's my motto, eh, Jake?
Aye, right, Mickey. my mother's third cousin. Do you know, that man's famous. He's the last surviving extra from The Quiet Man. But don't get him started. Where were we? Oh, aye, extra vision hers.
I says to myself, my customers won't desert me. They won't desert me, and I am one of them, support your own and all that. Fuck, I was wrong. Charlie, you have to have more than 2 copies of a video. Extra vision has loads. Charlie, oh, you ought to see the range Extra vision has. Then they just stopped saying anything because they stopped coming in. So I woke up one morning, and all my plans for the future in a heap of out-of-date movies. I couldn't start all over again. Started all over so many times I lost count. This time I just couldn't do it. So I closed the doors to the shop, Videos still on the shelves, nothing touched. Threw the tent in the boot and decided to do Ireland. How about you?
Well, I can't follow that.
Sorry. Don't mind me. Just thought I'd get it all out at once. Save the locals from making it up for me. Oh, and the other thing. My girlfriend dumped me. We talk about kicking a man when he's on the floor. And you're not going to believe this. But she's
Going out with the manager of the Extravision.
Oh, fuck's sake.
I told the story last night in the pub to a second cousin of mine.
That's Gin and me. Bad combo. Anyway, the place is coming down with Hollywood stars. It's a who's who of who's bombed too, and me, Charlie Conlon, is a topic of conversation.
We're used to that lot. It's the outsiders coming in and taking our jobs that we don't like.
Yeah, the place is coming down with outsiders. It's like a bloody circus. Oh, there she is. Oh, look. Me, Charlie Conlon, only 10 feet away from Caroline Giovanni. Oh, I'd give her one, all right. Can I try the other earrings? These are too dingly-dangly. I will speak to my father now. You have suffered enough.
You are doing great, Caroline. Just remember, soften the A and elongate it. I will speak to my father. You have suffered enough.
I will speak to my father. No. I will speak to my... Shit!
Caroline, put your tongue behind your teeth.
Father.
No, your bottom teeth.
Fat. These people will think it sounds ridiculous, John.
Don't worry, Caroline. Ireland is only 1% of the market.
I want to get it right, John. How about that? Half of America is here playing Irish people, and they say I am the outsider.
Hey, they promised the extras would be locals. She is gorgeous.
I got it fair and square. Saw the ad in the paper, extras wanted, and they liked the look of me. Pitched my tent, and here I am. Great money, free grub. It's a gift, you know. Hey, would you? You know. Give her one.
No chance of getting near her.
Right, happy to go, Caroline. Looking lovely this morning. Love those earrings.
Simon, should I bring Rory out yet?
No, it's bloody crazy. He'll go crazy hanging about.
Doesn't Maeve not need to see him? You know, the big moment of electricity.
No, he comes over the hill just as she turns away from the mob. It's the next shot, silly girl.
I'll go get his blankets and have him stand by.
Hey, Ashlyn.
Yeah, Simon.
What do you get when you cross? What do you? Is a carryman? What is a carryman with brains?
I don't know, Simon.
Dangerous.
I don't get it, Simon.
You will, Ashlyn. You will. So, what are we supposed to do then?
Look at her, looking at us. Dispossess.
Dispo what?
Like this.
Happy to go, Caroline? Turnover, speed, market, and action! Cut! A lovely Caroline. Stay in positions until we check the gate. Someone get Caroline a cup of coffee.
Terrible bloody accent.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Been that many people playing Irish leads, that's the way everybody thinks we talk now. I have my own film here.
A film?
Yeah. You know, I sat in my shop day after day watching movies and I says to myself, Charlie, you could do that. So I did. And here it is. And here I am, smack in the middle of all the people that can make it happen. I'll choose my moment and wait, eh?
I'm impressed, Charlie.
Oh, don't grovel. You'll have to audition just like the rest.
I want to get it right, John. It's not right. The rhythm is all wrong.
Fine. We'll go to the pub. Mix with the locals.
Yeah.
Get a feel.
Yeah, I think I will. I would quite like that.
Be careful, Caroline. You can't be too exact. You'll never get away with it in Hollywood. They will never understand.
Hollywood is shit, John. A crock of shite. Just take a look around this place. It's like heaven on earth. Oh, I love this place. I might buy a house or a town. I'm third generation on my mother's side, you know. I do get a real sense of belonging here. These people are so simple, uncomplicated, contented.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, the wind would cut the arse off you.
It'll be a while yet till they turn the camera on us.
So, then it's us looking dispossessed, looking at her with loads of land.
No, it's not us they want. It's the Blasket Islands. Yeah, they'll get a shot of the Blaskets and the peasants, and then Rory coming over the hill behind us like he's coming out of the sea. He'll have his line. Then a lot of us will disappear. Even the Blaskets.
Bloody amazing.
Quiet, everyone! Settle! That's a wrap for the extras. We'll pick up this shot tomorrow afternoon. I want all the extras in the turf digging scene in costume tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Quiet. Settle. That's all the men. See 37 in costume by 7 a.m. Breakfast will be from 6.
Excuse me.
Oh, yeah, Simon? Oh, Kurt is mad we're not getting to a scene. He was psyched up for it. Right, Simon? Cheers, Simon.
Come back! Come back! Slight change of plans, everyone. You will be picked up at 6:30 a.m. and taken to location by a minibus. So that means everyone in costume by 6 a.m. The bus will leave the community centre sharp at 6:30.
Excuse me.
Yes?
The ones digging turf, are they the same ones as the ones in the cart that day?
Well, where was the cart going?
I don't know.
Taking men to dig turf. Yes, Simon? Excuse me.
Don't go getting yourself noticed. Just keep your head down and go where they put you. That's how you'll survive as an extra.
It's the getting up at the slate, Mickey, that is the killer.
Ah, sure. What would we be going to bed for if you didn't have to be up for the sklate?
I dead on, Mickey.
And don't be going home in them boots. The continuity would cut the heels off you.
I'll remember that, Mickey.
Do you know? I'm famous. I'm the last surviving extra on The Quiet Man. John Wayne called me by my first name. He referred to me as Wee Mickey.
Did you call him Duke?
No, I did not. I gave the man his place.
Hey, Vicky, the 40 quid man's coming.
Aye. See you later.
He'll spend that in the pub, and by tomorrow, he'll owe 20 more. I'll go back tomorrow night, pay that 20 off, and in the night, same thing. Now, I don't think that man's liver could survive another movie.
Have you done this before?
Nah. Most of the town have, though. Oh, thank you. There was another big movie a few years back. Locals have gotten cute to it now. There's a woman in town. She runs a guest house. She had all of her rooms full for the very first time ever, a whole summer, with no vacancy signs up. She was delighted with herself. This time, she and her family are sleeping in a caravan at the bottom of the garden. She let their rooms out too. I mean, the first time, it was about the glamour and the attention, with a few bulbs thrown in. This time, it's about the money, and the money. Sad.
Sad? Hold on a minute. Me going bust exhibition is sad. Someone making twice what they made last year is not sad. What's the matter? Miffed you didn't get a part in the last film? Not look Irish enough?
Nah, I was in the States.
What did you do there?
You know, this and that. little bit of this, a little bit of that, worked a few bars, waited a few tables.
Not make your fortune.
No, I came back here to be a film star.
Oh, I tell you, this is the life.
Background bogman, dead glamorous.
Oh, you've got to start somewhere. You know, if you play your cards right, there might be a wee part in mind for you. Could you handle a submachine gun? Don't call me, I'll call you.
You haven't to hope, Charlie. It's who you know in this business. You know that Ashlyn one? You know, with the walkie-talkie grafted onto her ear? She's a top one for that. Her father is a director, and she wants to produce her own films, and she will.
Well, I suppose it might not even cross her mind that she wouldn't.
Definitely not.
She's only about 20.
It makes you sick.
Yeah, but if you've got it, it doesn't matter if you're nobody. Talent is talent. It wins out in the end.
Wait, you don't believe that, do you, Charlie?
Ah, no. This is Charlie's day of good cheer. Nothing's going to bring me into the Joe Depressed.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of it.
Oh, Jesus. Look at that young fella. He's lost it.
Oh, young Sean Harkin, a second cousin of mine. Drugs. Pain in the arse. I'm off to the Jacks. Jumped up tired? You jumped up fucking tired?
Tell yourself, mate.
That her as she thinks she is. I need a job.
Well, look at the stage of you. This is big money. They don't want an extra messing it up.
I was fucking born digging turf, and that her and slag is telling me to piss off.
She's got a point, you know.
And who the fuck are you, Mr. Brown Noser?
Nobody, just an extra.
Yeah, you're nobody. Just like me. She won't give me a job. Is he gone?
Yeah. Come on, Jake. I need a drink.
I'll be with you in a minute. Hey, Finn. You're his mate. Can you not talk to Sean?
He came yesterday, but he was out of it, and she told him to clear off. He was all right this morning, and he asked me to put his name in. I told him, be here for 2 o'clock and you'll get a start. But for fuck's sake, look at him.
Well, what's he on, Finn?
Anything he could get his hands on.
Well, I mean, can you not say something? Do something, he's killing himself.
I say what? I mean, what would you say, Jay? Don't do them nasty drugs, get a life. Come on, Jay. Are you all right?
When he was a young buck, he used to follow me everywhere. His dad's farm was next to ours. He used to look up to me. Come on, Charlie. I need that drink.
Don't let me drink gin.
Another gin there, Kevin, and a couple of pints. Ah! Oh, business is booming then, Kevin. Oh, a restaurant. Sure, you wouldn't have many in this town eating out when they could eat in. Oh, of course, the place will be coming down with tourists after this one.
Jake! Hey! Brown Noser! Have you anything on you I could pay?
Piss off, Sean.
Please, mate.
I have nothing. Clear off.
Yous all think you're movie stars. Well, yous are nothing. I'm Sean Harkin and I'm a somebody, and I know yous are nothing, wankers.
Away home, your mom wants you.
Tosser, fucking tosser. Hey, Sean. Jesus. Look at him. 17 and out of his head. I keep thinking I should have a talk with him.
You know, mate, I was so depressed. So depressed. I couldn't even lift my head. You know, it gets you all physically like. I looked in the mirror and I says, Charlie, you have lived on this planet for 32 years, and what have you got to show for your existence?
I think you should go on to the pints, man.
Yeah, sorry, mate. No. This is Charlie's day of good cheer. So, you're a woman in America. Did she donkey?
No, she wanted to marry me. It was an ultimatum. I couldn't do it. I could just about look after myself, and there I am with a wife and kids, and no clue about the future. A mate of mine went over the same time. He's got himself a wife and 2 kids. He works 2 bars in a late-night restaurant. I mean, what kind of life is that? So, here I am on the dole and living with my mom.
Look who is sitting Over in that corner.
Carol and Giovanni. When did she come in?
Mixing with the plebs. You know, there is not a man in here that would not... You know what?
There is not a man in here that would get a look in.
No, she might, you know, for research purposes. Could be she wants a taste of the real thing.
You got sex on the brain, man.
No, it's not my brain that's the problem. Oh, Jesus, look at the state of Kevin, the owner. He's practically salivating.
You know what he'll do? He'll have his wife Bridget make her a sandwich, and then when the restaurant opens, there'll be a big plaque saying, Carol and Giovanni dined here. Oh, I was right! I was right! Look, there's Bridget Harkin in the kitchen!
Go on, you girlie!
She is gorgeous. Bridget. No, not Bridget.
It's a gas. Did you ever think you'd be sitting in the same pub as Carol and Giovanni? Hey, she's eyeing you up. Or is it me? Fuck, it's you.
No, I have a pint on order, thanks. Oh, it was great. That was a lovely scene today, very moving.
Lying bastard.
Oh, yeah, sure, come on over. Jesus, she wants to join me.
Oh, I can feel my tongue tying itself in knots. I'm off to the riggers. I smell a waft of wacky-wacky coming from that.
Oh, no, man, don't leave me on my own.
Oh, what's the matter? Big lad like you, afraid of a woman.
She's not a woman, she's Carol and Giovanni.
Here she comes. I'm off. Oh, look. Hey, just leave it sitting here, like, okay? No, don't be pushy. Just leave it sitting there where she can see it. You're in the movie then?
Yeah. Quinn, I'm just one of the crowd.
I haven't seen you around.
Oh, I was in the scene that day, you know, when you asked you asked your father about giving the land back.
Oh, I didn't notice anyone. I was so tired about my accent. How did I say it?
Like you were born here. Yeah, just down the road.
Your countryside is so beautiful.
I mean, you appreciate it more when you've been away. I was in the States for a while.
Really? What part?
New York. Traveled around a bit
You're
as well.
enjoying the movie then?
Yeah. It's different. I'd like to get into the movies proper like.
Oh, you have a great face. Great eyes. The camera would love you.
It certainly loves you. The last movie was brilliant.
This place is a bit crowded. Would you like to come back to the hotel for a drink?
I don't think I'd be allowed.
Who would stop you?
Well, we were warned not to bother you.
No. You were warned not to bother me unless I chose to be bothered. Tonight, I would like you to come for a drink. Jock, get the car. I want to go back to the hotel now. Would you like to ride with us?
Yeah, sure. Oh, well done, Bridget. Eggs and onion.
I'll see you at the front door then.
Oh, don't you think you should eat your sandwich first?
Oh, God, no. I never eat after 6 o'clock.
Well, could you pretend to take it with you?
Why?
Because this is a small town and I will get the blame if you don't.
She gave me a sandwich, man!
I'm going to the hotel for a drink. She's taking me with her in her car.
Jesus, you're maid! Oh, hey, did she have a chance to look at the script?
What did I tell you, Charlie? It's who you know in this business.
Tell her. There could be a big part in it for her brilliant death scene.
Sorry, Charlie, every man for himself.
No, I'll take it with you, just in case. I'll see you later.
Hey! Charlie! Fancy a line?
What?
Fancy a line?
Oh, well, I have never acted before, but I'll give it a shot. What do I have to say?
Coke.
Coke!
Jesus! Now, hail of Coke.
You have Coke. Ah, happy days. Folk, I love the movies. What happened, man?
I think she was, trying to seduce me.
You! Oh, she could have any man in the whole country. The whole world, for Christ's sake. Or maybe she wanted it a bit rough. Oh, I know what it is. In the movie, she bumped a peasant. In real life, she bumped Kurt Steiner, who was pretending to be Rory the peasant. But if it were real life, she'd be bumping someone like you. Nobody. What did you?
She had minders everywhere, pretending they weren't watching, but them boys have eyes and ears in their arse.
And what did you say to her?
I told her I wrote poetry. I thought that would appeal to her. The handsome, heady Irishman.
You write poems?
No. But I had to think of something that would make me interesting. I mean, talent is sexy if you have F all else.
Poetry. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Are you published?
No. Well, I don't believe in that.
Really?
It cheapens your poetry. It makes it too accessible, then people interpret it and get it wrong.
Would you recite one of your poems for me?
So, I picked one of Seamus Haney's.
Brilliant. I bet she was none the wiser.
None. Who blown up these sparks for their meagre heat have missed the once-in-a-lifetime portent of the comet's pulse and rose.
There is no of in the last line.
Sorry.
The once-in-a-lifetime portent, the comet's pulsing rose. There is no of. Seamus Haney. You underestimate me, Jake. I'm not just here to exploit the land. I love it. I know the history and the poets.
It always worked on the Irish girls.
Maybe you should use a more obscure poet.
So, did you? In her room?
Give her one? I mean, she's kind of untouchable. She's Carolyn Giovanni. So I just left. Oh, but I have been invited to her Winnebago for coffee.
Oh, you be careful now.
I'll be careful why?
Well, you don't want to be used like...
Oh, she could use me any day.
Oh, yeah. Then the press get hold of it. Extra gives one to movie star in a caravan. Like your boy Hugh Grant and the prostitute.
Oh, it worked for her, didn't it? Hey, and it's not a caravan, it's a Winnebago.
Oh. Excuse me. So, anyway, you go to her Winnebago or caravan. I'll sneak up to the window with a Polaroid. Front page of the Sun. Oh, we could be farting through silk.
My mother would kill me.
Gosh, mine too. Being raised properly is a shagging handicap.
Not knowing what you're going to do for the rest of your life is a bigger one.
Oh, don't even think about it. We are on a movie. I mean, guys would give their left testicle to be in a place we are in. I'll tell you what. The riggers. Those are the boys to be hanging with. Calming down with that coke. Jesus, that stuff is magic. I was off my head last night. Great job, that is. Good money. All the coke you can sniff. Oh, what a life. Hey, did she have a wee chance to have a wee butchers at my script?
Oh. Sorry. I just never had the right moment.
It's all right. These things, they need to be timed right. It's all in the timing.
Quiet, everyone! Settle! As soon as you're dressed, please make your way to the minibus where wardrobe can check you.
Right. Dead on, Ashland. We are ready. I will gee up the rest for you. And if you happen to have a wee minute, maybe you could have a wee skip over this. I'd love for you to be involved in it.
What?
My film?
Post it to the production office, get a move on.
You're pissing in against the wind, Charlie.
No, just haven't found the right moment. You know, I haven't dug turf since I was a wee buck.
Yeah, it'll be a nice romantic rural Irish scene.
I think it is. Maeve coming by on her horse and clocking Rory, and him clocking her and thinking, wow, I'd love to give her one. And all the time, the fiddles is playing in the background. Oh, I love the movies. Unreal, man. Is there a Jake Quinn here?
Here.
Ashland, Clem's not happy with the cows. The cows. It says they don't look Irish enough. I don't know. Black fluffy ones, I suppose. Simon, first maybe a quick word.
Yeah, sure.
No, Miss Giovanni has requested that you have coffee with her. The director has given you 10 minutes. After that, you'll excuse yourself and leave.
What if she doesn't want me to leave?
Look, mate, you have 10 minutes, okay? If you're not out by then, I'll come in and get you myself. 10 minutes? Jesus, 10 minutes! That's more than the rest of us would get in a lifetime.
Oh, here comes the heavy.
You tight, Quinn?
Aye, if you Tarzan.
I'm Jock, Campbell, Miss Giovanni Security. You might have seen me in the hotel last night.
No, I can't say I did.
You'll have 10 minutes. I'll be outside the door. When you hear me give 2 raps, you will come out. 10 minutes, not a second more.
Oh, hold on, I didn't sign up for this.
Jesus! A brick shithouse on legs, you boy.
Suddenly I'm being treated like I'm a potential attacker.
No, now, you have to see it from their point of view. No, you are a nobody. That is a potential security risk. If you're an Irish nobody, that's a definite security risk. You are from the arsehole of nowhere in Ireland. And you could be IRA. Major mega security risk.
Out to kidnap her.
Got it in one.
Mr. Quinn, we have you at 9th Avenue, New York.
I'm just back. I haven't changed it yet. You see, I live here with my mom.
And when did you arrive back?
A couple of weeks ago,
Why did you leave?
I was homesick.
And what is your mother's address?
Listen, mate, do me a favor, will you? Tell Mrs. Giovanni thank you, but no thank you. Tell her I don't like coffee and I hope she's not too offended.
You want me to tell her that? You're lucky to get a second chance, Mr. Seamus Haney.
Jesus Christ! Who do these people think they have an are?
Me and my feckin' poetry.
What do you mean?
She knew it was Haney.
If I was you, I would have lied to me too. I mean, no one wants to admit to being a dickhead. Jake, a quiet word.
Okay, Simon.
Look, I will be in big trouble if you don't keep that appointment. The security check is necessary. Miss Giovanni is worth at least 6 million, and if anything were to happen to her...
I understand that. Just tell her I don't like coffee and I hope she's not too offended.
Look, mate, it is very important that we keep the stars happy. She merely requested that she would like you to join her. If you are clear, then you should have no problem with the security check.
I had a parking fine in 1987. I think that would make me a high risk. You know, and once more, I object to the lot of you checking me out. It's an infringement on my privacy.
Well, if you must be checking up important people, that's the price you pay.
Back it, she chatted me up.
Look, mate, don't go thinking you're anything special. Miss Giovanni has a habit of going ethnic. Says it helps her get into the part. Now, I'm giving you a quiet word of warning. Miss Giovanni does not like to be snubbed, particularly by an extra. And you might find it be that it's her request that you'll be removed from the set. So, if you know what's good for you,
Charlie, I'm not going. They can sack me if they like.
Look, just go and pass yourself. Let her do all the talking.
Look, the extras. Not one of them has took their eyes and ears off me, just watching and waiting.
Look, they're just jealous. Look, 40 quid a day, mate. 40 quid a day in another 3 weeks, and you never know. She could be your ticket into the movies. Right. You coming? Good luck, Jake. Good luck. Well, what are you all looking at? It is only a way to give her one. Two consenting adults they are. I'll have Jake Quinn's baked Alaska, please. Well, he's having coffee with Caroline. Well, me and him and her is kind of friends now. Oh, yes. Fresh cream on both would be lovely. No thanks, 2 helpings is enough. How are you?
Fine.
Coffee?
Oh, yes, please.
Sugar?
2, please.
Cream?
Yes. I'm only allowed 10 minutes.
We have all the time in the world. Your accent is so beautiful. Could you read these lines and I could put it on tape?
I thought you had one of those professional accent people.
I do, but there's nothing better than the real thing. And besides, you're far more attractive.
Yeah? How would I go about getting into the movies proper like?
How would I go about getting into the movies like proper like? How would that sound?
Great.
Let's start on page 6.
How did you get your start?
You don't want to hear about that.
Do I need an agent or something?
You don't want to get into the movies. They're shit. Real shit. Can we start with the first speech?
Rory, will your people ever accept me?
Don't mumble. I need you to articulate again.
No. Maeve wouldn't talk like us anyway. She's one of the landed gentry.
Excuse me.
Well, she'd have been educated in England. She talked different like.
No, but she wants to fit in. She always has.
No, but she wouldn't mix with the locals until she started going out with Rory. You wouldn't pick up the accent that quickly.
Excuse me. But I don't have time to sit here and discuss with you what my character would and wouldn't do. Could we just read the lines?
No. I think I better be going.
Your time's not up.
Oh, I think it is.
Jock, I'm finished with Mr. Quinn now. Rory, will your people know? Shit! Jock, get John in here now.
I feel like shite, man. You know, being used like that.
So you are just a sex object with an accent? I did that to a girl once. I met her on a ferry. French she was.
She said the movies are shite.
She gets 6 mil a picture and thinks it's shite. I'm making 40 smackaroonies and I think it's class.
Quiet, everyone! Settle! When Maeve approaches on the horse, everyone stops digging and looks at her.
Oh, good. Caroline Giovanni's going to be our scene.
Now, we won't have Maeve in the scene, so the top of my hand will be your eye line. On action. Quiet. Settle. When the camera rolls, dig until I raise my hand, and my hand will be Maeve approaching on the horse. And you stop and stare at her. When I drop my hand, you look to the left, and you'll see Rory approaching Maeve.
Oh, brilliant. Kurt Steiner's going to be in it.
Now, we won't have Rory in the scene.
So sick. Anybody working around here?
So Simon's hand
will be Rory approaching Maeve on the horse. All right, everyone, okay?
So then it's us looking dispossessed, looking at her hand, pretending it's Maeve on a horse. Oh, I'm gonna miss all this.
What will you do when it's over?
Oh, well, you know, maybe somebody will read this. And they'll say, Jesus, this is brilliant. And then I will be made.
Grow up, Charlie.
What? And keep touring around Ireland waiting for movies?
I think they've used up most of the 40 shades of green by now.
All right, remember, it's dead. Hands over here. Stop. My hand will be over here. Turnover, speed, market, and action. What is so funny, mate?
I'm sorry. It's just her hand being Maeve and your hand being Rory.
Your time is fucking money, mate.
I'm sorry. It's everyone else laughs.
Right, quiet. Now we're gonna go for this again. This time with a bit more feeling. Turnover, speed, market, action. Cut! Stay in position till we check the gate. You know, Jake, if you're a movie star, I could be your minder, personal manager. You know, line up the woman, try them out for you so you're not disappointed. You know, like the Queen has someone taste their dinner.
Hey, what's the commotion over there?
What?
It's Finn with his dad. It looks like trouble. Hey, Finn! Finn, what's the trouble?
My dad has brought terrible news, Jake. John Harkin drowned himself this morning. My dad says that Danny Mackin was in his top field and he saw Sean walk into the water. Danny didn't know if he was caught in or what for. He had all his clothes on. Danny shouted and he saw Sean walk back out. He didn't know what to make of it. And then he saw him walk back in again and never rise out of it. When the divers found him, his pockets were full of stones. He came out of the water to fill his pockets with stones. And the gate is clear! Let's move on!
Quiet, everyone, settle! On action, I want you all to cheer Rory loudly as he emerges from the big house. This is very important. It's the final scene, and Rory is now the owner of the big house because he married Maeve. And you know, he's gonna hand the land back to the people. Big smiling faces, real joy. It's the big happy ending, everyone. Over to you, Simon.
Cheers, Ashlyn. Turnover, speed, market, and action! Right. Now, remember, y'all know that Rory has just married Maeve. You You know that he's inherited the land. Show a bit more jubilation, for Christ's sake. You know that Rory is in the big house now. You see him. He's now the owner of the big house. You all see him and cheer. Ashton, come on, let's show them what they should be doing. Music! Come on now! If we don't get the shot, there will be cloud cover. Turnover, speed, market, and action. God! Jesus! Hard work this morning. Come on, snap out of it.
Hey, Finn, are you all right?
Sean always talked about getting out. He hated this place. He used to say to me, you and me, Finn, we'll escape. He always used that word, escape. He wanted to go to America. He wanted to be someone. You know, that first film that was shot here, we was just kids. Everyone got carried away. Sean used to sit and watch them filming day after day.
It'd be brilliant to be in that film, wouldn't it, Finn?
Well, you make loads of money.
Oh, will we ask? Can we be in it?
Oh, we'd have to dress up in them stupid clothes. I wouldn't be seen dead.
Oh, then they'd spot us and take us to America, and then we get to make our own film like Macaulay, what's his name?
My dad wouldn't let me go.
To be a millionaire?
No. Sure, I have to take over the shop.
You would rather be a butcher than a millionaire?
Well, no. But my dad.
Cutting up dead meat when you could be a superstar?
I'll think about it, but I'd have to ask my dad first.
I know. Because my dad says there'll be no need for so many farmers when there'll be no cows. Hey, where will we get meat if there'll be no cows?
No cows? Don't talk daft. Where will they all go?
I don't know. America, maybe? All them trucks and caravans and people? This town is going to be dead soon. We got to get in that film.
My dad won't let me. He says the people's heads is getting carried away.
Your dad's talking bollocks. They're paying 30 quid a day. I'm going to save mine for America.
Maybe he looked at me and realized there was no American dream.
Come on, man. Will some guys make it? How about your mate at the hotel? Didn't he leave with $50 in his pocket? Comes back and buys the place within 2 years.
Yeah. For every one of him, there's 50 more that come back without an arse in their trousers.
Hi, I'm Clem Curtis, the director. We're gonna have to go for this shot again. This is a very important scene. So I'm aware that we are shooting out of sequence, and I know that some of you don't know the story. So let me explain. Hello. Right, so when you see Rory come out of the big house, you know that he's going to answer all of your hopes and dreams, whatever they are. Rory has the answer. Now we want to see this on your faces. We are going to be doing some close-ups, so we want to see real fucking ecstasy.
You know, Young Sean Harkin killed himself yesterday because of real fucking ecstasy.
Take it easy.
No, I'm sure you understand we're finding it kind of hard to jump for joy.
Yes, we are aware, and we are in total sympathy. But we must get this shot right. I'm sorry for the terrible use of the word. If you could show me some joyful animation.
Oh, it's too late, Clem. Oh, the crowds are about to hit, and I think they're going to be here all morning. Should I break the extras for an hour and do an interior? Ashlyn, break the extras.
Quiet, everyone, settle! We will pick up this shot in an hour, so no one leave the set. At the end of the day, now, I want you all to go to costume because tomorrow is the big celebration at the grounds of the big house, so you all have on new costumes. So please see wardrobe before you leave.
Jesus, there's not the funeral tomorrow, Jake.
They'll have to work around us, we'll all be there.
Well, still, they should break anyways. Mark of respect.
Well, it's the least they could do.
Right. Now, we are in total sympathy with you all. And we have sent condolences to the family. Have we sent condolences? But, you know, it would be impossible to let you all go to the funeral tomorrow. We have a long day, and most of you are in shock from early morning.
We have to pay our last respects. He was related to most of us.
Tomorrow is a big day. We have marquee being transported, truckloads of fresh flowers from Holland, 3 catering companies for the wedding scene. We must finish by dusk tomorrow.
You'll have to work around us, we'll all be there.
Excuse me for interrupting you, Clem, but why don't you do the wedding scene? Only some of the guests go to a funeral in town. It's just a story. This is the movies. I mean, you can do what you want, can't you?
That's right, Charlie, you can.
Right, we are behind schedule. We must finish by tomorrow or we will be fucked.
That's right.
Do you people realize that each day that we film, it costs at least $250,000?
How come we're only getting paid £40 a day?
Jesus!
Well said, Mickey.
Let me handle it, Clem. Right. They're all yours, Simon. But please, do not come back with a no, or deuces will have my balls. Right, look, seriously, guys, we are in total sympathy. But if we quit filming by 2 hours, we would be in a real crisis. We need that for weather cover. Look, I'm prepared to pay each of you an extra 20 quid.
How much did he say, Jake?
Not enough, Mickey.
Seriously, guys, look, push comes to shove and we could sack the whole lot of you. Remember that.
He can't sack us. We're in the can.
What's that, Mickey?
We're in the can. In the camera. Are you thick? It'll look bloody daft in the last scene if the whole lot of us look like a whole load of other ones, wouldn't it? We're in the can. In the camera, on tape, are you thick? The producer may be after his balls, but it's us who has them.
Jake, where are you going? We're not allowed to leave the set.
I'll be back in an hour, I have to go somewhere. Hello? Brother Gerard. Jake Quinn.
Jake, Quinn. Sure, I remember you. How's America?
It was fine. I wanted to talk to you about young Sean Harkin.
Terrible tragedy. Terrible for the whole family. He was a grand young'un. I remember his first year. Conus! Sean, Harkin, come on up to the front of the class, please. Now, Sean here is going to read out his essay on cows. Come on, Sean.
Cows are great big useful beasts. They're more useful than humans. They're more useful than humans because you get meat from them, and then you get butter and milk, and they even make good school bags. A cow is the business because many people make their living off of cows, and they give you no bother as long as you feed them and milk them. A cow is even useful when it goes to the toilet because you use the manure to fertilize the land. If I were a cow, I would feel very useful. I'd rather be a dairy cow so I didn't have to be killed. When I grow up, I'm going to have the best herd in Kerry.
He was a nice child from a good family. Then he just got carried away. The father had to sell off a lot of the land to make ends meet, and the kids' hopes just went with it. And what about you, Jake? What has brought you back from America?
Homesick, brother. Was Sean a kid that got depressed or anything?
Not a bit of him. You couldn't cut him with a bread knife. He lived in his own world. A world he lived out in his head. You know, imagination can be a terrible curse in this country.
What did he dream about? What did he want?
Telling you the truth, he was just as normal as the rest when it came to that. They all wanted to be rock stars, film stars, footballers. You know, if one of them had said a dentist or a teacher or something, I might have dropped dead of shock. The problem with Sean was he thought he could be all those things that he dreamed of. And at times, he thought he was.
Thanks, Brother Gerard. Thanks.
Hurry up, Jake! Earache was looking ye. I told her you and the Jocks.
Thanks, Charlie. Where was I?
You were standing here. Ashton! Change of plan. Light is perfect for the eviction scene.
Oh, right, Simon. I think we should go for it quickly. The natives are a bit restless.
You're right. I'll tell them. Right, Clem? Yeah, okay. I'll tell them. Everyone, now Miss Giovanni would like to say a few words. So stay in your positions until she comes.
Should we get on our knees?
I'm very sorry for what has happened. I know that you are a small neighborhood and everyone is greatly affected by it. Such a terrible tragedy. I appreciate y'all being here and carrying on under such sad circumstances. Thank you. And, well, thank you.
All right. Oh, that was right nice of her. She didn't have to do that.
You know what gets me, Charlie? These people think it has nothing to do with them.
It hasn't.
Terrible tragedy. I'll tell you what's a terrible tragedy is filling young Sean Harkin's head with dreams.
But no different from me, that kid. I mean, from you. Do we not dream? I mean, do you not fantasize about being the cock of the walk, the body in the big picture? Do you not ever let yourself get carried away into that world? We are no different.
Except that we are still alive.
Settle! When you're ready, we'll do the eviction scene. That is Rory and his family being evicted from the big house. The bailiffs get them on, they dismount, they go into the house, they eject the furniture first, and then the people. No! It's a silent scene. You watch in silence your defeated, broken men.
Aye. by defeated, broken men. Typecast. Did you ever? As if we just stand by and watch a whole family being evicted without opening our mouths. I mean, even if it was just something like, go on, you rotten bastards. Something. Exactly, typecast, thank you.
Not yet. You know, maybe someone will read this, and they tell someone else, and then it snowballs. That's how it happened.
If that script gets into any of their hands, you know that it will hit the bottom of a wastebasket and never see the light of day again, right?
Look, I don't need to hear this negative shite, all right?
Then get real, Charlie.
Excuse me. This is real.
And what if they told you that you have written a load of bollocks and you'll never make nothing right and shite like that? Then what?
I won't believe them.
You will, Charlie, and you know it.
Okay, we're going to go for this now. Now remember, you're broken, defeated men. Turnover, speed, market, and action. Cut! Stay in position so we check the gate. If the gate is clear, that's a wrap. Right. Good. That is a wrap for the night. Now, check your calls for the morning. Pray for sun tomorrow or we'll be in big trouble.
Ha! That silent fella's off his head. Rain, hail, or snow, we'll get our 40 quid.
What about the funeral? Are they going to let us go to the funeral tomorrow?
Oh, have to. We'll put our foots down. Power to the people, eh, Jake? They say they'll only get the last shot in if they have 8 hours of sunshine. So, I put up my hands like this to the wind, see? And then I got on the ground and I listens to the earth. And I threw my hat up in the air and it landed right side up. So I says, tomorrow will be a scorcher. There won't be a cloud next or near the place. And that convinced them.
That's amazing.
It's a pity it's a load of bollocks. There's the 40 quid man now. Now that's what I call a ray of sunshine, Dermot.
See you later, Mickey. See you, Charlie. I'll take you to Sean's wake tonight.
But I didn't even know him.
That's all right. You'll be with me. Hey. Sorry for earlier.
It's all right. I understand.
No, I shouldn't be getting on to you about your script. At least you're trying to do something. You know, Mickey has watched his whole way of life fall apart around him. You know, all he's worth is a backdrop on an American movie. He depends on their 40 quid a day and then lives in hope of the next one. He's some boys. Never let it get to him. Mr. Harkin, I'm sorry. Charlie Conion, he's on the film.
Hello, Charlie.
Terrible tragedy, Mr. Harkin.
Aye. Go on in there, Jake. I'll see after the milking. Rain, hail, or death, the cows still need to be milked.
Sure. I'll do it for you.
No, you're all right. You're not showing love to the land. Like you, Jake. Oh, he looked up to you. I didn't know what to tell him when the land had let him down. Go on in there, Jake. There's feed and some music. I can do nothing more for Sean now but give him a decent wake. I'll see you after the milking. Sorry for your trouble. I'm Charlie Connor, friend of Jake's.
Hello, Malachi.
How are you? It's like being on the set. Same people.
Movie life is rough.
Great music.
Yeah. The family are all traditional players.
He's getting a great send-off from some of the finest players in all of Ireland.
Don't you play yourself, Mickey?
I might get a few more gurgles in me, see if the old squeeze box will loosen up.
Hey, Finn. Are you all right?
Sean hated this place. He said it let him down. Everybody let him down, but sure that can't be. You know, some of us just accepted that life wasn't very good, but not him. You know, he stopped going out. He just got his gear and went up to his room with his movies. Virtual reality. That's what kept him going. Drugs and movies.
What was it about that day? Why was that any different?
He tried to get on the set the day before, but he was out of his head. That night, in the pub, everyone was there. Ursula and the Yanks, and it seemed that he was right in the middle of that world that he had dreamed of. The American star, the movies. He knew the crew had coke. They were just laughing and joking. And he tried to score. You saw your woman talking to you, and you went up to her.
Carolyn! Carolyn Giovanni!
Go away.
I just want to say hi. I'm Sean Harkin.
Get away from me.
Oh, I won't touch you. I just want to look at you.
Jock! Jock, I'm being pestered. Get rid of him.
Right, yo! Out! And don't come back, I'll break your 2 fucking legs.
He was thrown out on the street. Out of the pub in his own town. Went and sat on the street. And I went with him.
And he watched me leave with her, didn't he?
Yeah.
What did he say, Finn?
Nothing.
No, he had to say something.
No, he didn't say anything.
Finn, what did he say?
Waster! Fucking waster, Finn. What is she doing with a waster like Jake Quinn? That's what he said.
Jesus, Charlie.
It's not your fault. It's not one person's fault.
I got to get out of here.
Two effing truckloads of effing flowers. Can't you take shagging pills like anyone else? Right. Ashlyn!
I'm here, Simon.
Set up for an exterior. Kurt has hay fever. He wants to scrap the marquee. 2 effing truckloads of effing flowers.
Well, I'll get cactus on the back.
Oh, yeah. And by the time they hit Holland, they'll be dead. It took 4 hours to put it in for him to tell us he has shagging hay fever. This is a nightmare. And set up for the exterior dance scene.
Cheers, Simon.
Hey, mate. Those flowers won't go to waste. Young Sean Harkin funerals today.
Well, it's not up to me, Nate. And I can tell you that by the time you get through to America to talk to a producer, to talk to another producer, to talk to an executive producer, the kid will be buried a week. And we'll have a shit ton of effing flowers to scrap. Jesus, I'm cracking up here. Excuse me, Simon. It's very thoughtful of you. And the flowers will be delivered to the chapel. Simon, see to it immediately. Whatever the cost, I will attend to it.
Thanks.
This must be very hard for you.
Yes. It is. Very hard. And more so when I think about the way that I treated him. The way that you treated him. The way everyone here treated him like he was a piece of muck on their boots.
Excuse me, I didn't even know him.
No, but you had him thrown out of the bar. In his own town, in front of his own people. Think about that for humiliation. Think about what that did to his self-esteem.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course you don't. You come here and you use us. You use the place. And then you clear off and you think about nothing that you left behind.
Listen here. I have worked very hard in this industry. I've worked hard for everything I have done, and I have used no one.
Yeah, well, maybe this industry that you have worked so hard for might be the reason why the kid did what he did.
Don't be ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm being called to dance up and down the street for big celebration. I feel ridiculous.
One thing the Irish know is how to dance. I'm sure I think he wasn't even Irish.
Well, he just wishes he wasn't.
Oh, right, mate. And you know why? Because every time you fuck up, I get it in the ear from these people. You ever heard the phrase, Irish, what do you expect? Well, unfortunately for me, they tend to include the whole nation. Ashton, break the extras for the funeral. They have an hour and a half. And tell them, anyone who comes back smelling of alcohol will be put off the set.
Holy mother of Jesus! A funeral without a drink? I have never heard of that happening in my whole life.
I have been to more funerals than the Undertaker himself. A dry funeral in Kerry. What is happening to the world?
Bloody flowers. I suppose it doesn't matter about my hay fever.
Hey, look at her. Look. She just let them walk her up to the front pew. She didn't even know him. She had him thrown out of the bar like a piece of dirt. Bitch.
Oh. Pay for the flowers. Anyways, it's nice for the family. Don't blame her. She didn't know the kid was going to kill himself.
I'm so fucking...
Stop.
I just don't know what to do. It's not her. It's not anyone here on the film.
Excuse me. I'll move us to another pew. Frickin' flowers. Right, and we are good for the levels.
What's with you, Charlie? Every time I have some serious head stuff to talk about, you just walk away from me.
What are you on about?
In the chapel, you walked away.
Hay fever.
No. Just another excuse not to take on the real world. You change the subject, tell a stupid joke. Why, what's going on with that annoying, bloody, cheerful chap? Yeah, you can't be Mr. Clown all the time.
Who says? Oh, what? You want me to be like Max Talbot, baiting myself up all the time? Well, that would suit you, wouldn't it?
No, I just want to know what makes you tick.
None of your bloody business.
I mean, you have got nothing going on in your life, and you're going nowhere. And why is it beating my head up and not yours? Tell me, I need to know.
Who says I have nothing? I have something. I have done something. I have my script. I have something.
Read your script. It's the biggest load of bollocks I've ever read in my life.
Bastard. Why are you hurting me? I wouldn't do that to you. Why are you doing it to me?
Charlie, it's every bad film that you have ever seen. No story, cardboard people. Oh, I suppose that it's based on real life? I mean, is the hero the one that goes in search of the baddies and blows them up like Sean? I mean, get real for Christ's sake.
Oh, and what? Be like you? Walking around hating everybody, everything, looking for reasons to blame the world?
I don't need to look for reasons. I look around me, and so should you.
Oh, Sean, again, is it? Yeah. You want to use that boy to justify your own miserable existence. You want it to be your fault. You want to be able to say, oh, that boy died because of me. Well, no. You're not that fucking important.
I could have given him hope.
No, you couldn't. It was too late.
It was not too
no,
late.
No, you could. No one could help him.
I could help.
It was too late. I know. I was where Sean was. I woke up one morning and I saw nothing. Nothing but a big black hole. And I wanted to just jump into that black hole as far down as I could get, so I wouldn't have to wake up another morning. And when I woke up in the hospital, my first thought, Charlie, you pathetic bastard. You couldn't even do that right.
Sorry, mate.
No, it's just the day that's in it. You know, the kid being buried, you know, everybody's over emotional.
I'm sorry what I said about your script.
Nah.
I'll read it again.
Nah, you're probably right. I tell you the truth, I knew it was a load of bollocks.
All right, you two, it's the marquee. That's a chit-chat. The tables have been set for a banquet. I want no one touching the food until after the first take.
Ashlyn! Get that drunken old bollocks off the set! Clem is going to throw a wobbler! Don't! Jesus! He's just knocked over a trestle full of table full of drinks! Security! Security! Oh, no. Fine! I'll take care of it myself. All right, you. You've had your fun, now clear off.
Ah, you can't sack me! I'm in the can! The last laugh is on me, Mickey Riordan!
Look, move on and don't come back.
Oh, you can't sack me! I'm in the can!
But there are 350 of you on the can. No one's going to notice. Now move off and don't come back.
You can't sack me! I'm in the can! I'm the last surviving extra from the quiet man! You can't sack me!
Ashlyn, call security. There's going to be real trouble. The old bollocks won't leave.
You'll see this ground that you're standing on, you jumped up gobshite. This land belonged to me grandfather, and you are telling me a Riordan to get off me land? What is happening to the world? What is happening to the shagging world?
All right, you've been warned. We're going to call the police.
Oh, there'll be no need. You had young Sean Harkin put out on the streets. You won't do that to me. I will go out of my own free will. In fact, I resign.
Jake, let him go. I can't take no more of this. Look, I'm going into that marquee. I'm going to keep my head down and do as I'm told. So don't fucking start. I can't take no more of this.
Charlie, wait.
I said knock it on the head.
Charlie, remember what you said earlier when the director wasn't going to stop for the funeral? You said, sure, stick it in the film. This is the movies. You can do what you like. You were right, Charlie. It's just a story. But if it was a story about a film being made and a young lad commits suicide, in other words, the stars become the extras and the extras become the stars. So, it becomes Sean's story and Mickey's and everyone in this town.
Yes, and
Then why couldn't it be done? Don't we have a right to tell our story the way we want?
well, we could tell it to the cows come home, but who's going to listen to us?
That's it. Cows. That's where it starts. That's brilliant. Charlie. The last thing you see is Sean going into the water to drown would be the cows. The cows in the field that should have been his future. In the field watching him as he drowns. What do you say, Charlie?
What? You mean we do this movie?
Yeah, we've just witnessed it, haven't we? And you have been where Sean was. You could get into his head better than anyone. You could write the script.
Oh, script? You said it was a load of bollocks.
Yeah, the story was. But you did it. You sat down and you did it.
Well, who's going to listen to the likes of us?
But you must have thought somebody was going to read your script, otherwise you wouldn't be shoving it up people's noses.
I knew no one would read it. Isn't that pathetic?
You are full of shite, man.
You say that to me again and I'll swing for you, Mr. Hates the World. I can't take no more knots.
Charlie, I understand. It's just... Charlie, how do I put this? Charlie, you and me are fucked. We're not going nowhere. We got nothing. For the first time in my life, I believe I can do something. I mean, they can only knock us if we don't believe in ourselves. And I think this will work, Charlie, I do. Please, give it a go. I mean, we have nothing to lose. We have no money, no reputation, no assets.
I have a tent.
That's it. Canvas Productions. Thanks, Charlie.
You stole the ball there.
No, we've got story. We take it to these people here, and we say, where do we go from here? They've all been where we are.
Yeah, they're too busy clawing their way to the top to listen to us.
No, your man Clem, the director. He sits here by himself and has breakfast every day.
And what do we say to him?
We make our plan. In the production office.
What?
In the tent. Canvas Productions. Loaded on the stock market.
Yeah, and if it rains, we'll be floating with it.
So, the last thing you see is Sean going into the water to die, and the cows in the field looking at him as he drowns. Well, what do you think, Clem?
It's just not sexy enough.
What?
Oh, what if the kid was being pursued by drug pushers?
But he wasn't.
Oh, movies aren't real life. Excuse me. Ashlyn, bring me a cup of coffee. No sugar, watching the figure. You're a gem. Where was I? Oh, you're going to need a love interest.
But he loved the land, his cows.
What if Finn were a girl? Yes, the girlfriend who kept him straight.
What? Finn was his mate. He was all Sean had. He couldn't keep a relationship.
Well, you're not going to move this unless you're aware of these elements. Thank you, Ashley. Are we set up for the first shot?
Almost there, Clem.
Good. Call me when it's ready. I won't be long. Why don't you take it to the Irish Film Board?
But this could happen to any kid, any rural kid.
Sure, but it's just not commercial enough. I mean, no one wants to go to the movies and see a movie about a suicide. People want happy endings. Life's tough enough. Nobody goes to the movies to get depressed. That's what the theater's for.
Him to have a happy ending about a kid who drowns himself.
He doesn't.
But he did.
No. The man who sees him saves him just in time.
And then what?
That's the end.
Ready for you, Clem?
Oh, must go. Oh, by the way, do you have a title for it?
Yeah. Stones in his pockets.
What do you think, Ashwin, as a title?
Not very catchy. A bit nondescript.
This girl is learning well. Let's move, Ashwin.
Oh. First knockback. And Canvas Productions was only launched last night. That must be a record.
Do you think they're right?
No. No, I don't, Jay.
Jesus, neither do I. You know, the whole time he was talking, I kept saying to myself, you're wrong. You know what, Charlie, for the first time, I believe in me.
I'm so used to believing everything I do is bound to be no good.
Not this time, Charlie.
No, not this time.
So, the first scene of the film, we see people going across the land to ask Mr. Harkin, can they shoot across the landscape? But we see it from the kid's point of view, him as a wee buck.
So all you see is cows. Every inch of the screen, cows, just cows. And in the middle of it, these trendy designer trainers.
Oh, like Ashley!
Exactly. Sinking into a steaming mound of cow crap. This is the first thing this boy says. The first intrusion into his world.
Big, dribbling, snurtling cows, udders and tails, arses in your face.
Farting and eating and dunging and mooing.
Big, dirty brutes looking at you. Wide shots.
Oh yes, mid shots.
Yes, close-ups.
Yes!